folks. Today I'd like to take a casual peek into the Lord of the Rings The Return of the King Gothmog Morannon Orc Commander action figure set by Toy Biz. This figure set is part of the Epic Trilogy edition subset of the Lord of the Rings line and was first released in 2005. I got this figure set as part of a lot of Lord of the Rings figures off of eBay and paid $25 for the entire lot. Taking a look here at the packaging, this is the Epic Trilogy Edition packaging. You can see the different artwork compared to the regular Trilogy Edition packaging. And you can see the figure here in the packaging of Gothmog, my second favorite orc from the movie Trilogy. And it's very detailed and includes a couple of accessories. And it is also superposable at 26 points of articulation. Taking a look at the back of the package, you can see more of the Epic Trilogy Edition packaging here on the back. And kind of cool shot there of the orc host leaving minus Morgul there. Down here we have Gothmog and his description. And below that we have an artist rendition on how to use the two accessories. Very complicated. They really need to show you how to do it. Now we'll be right back and have Gothmog here out of the package. Okay, we have Gothmog here out of the package, and when the Gothmog figure first came out, I did not get one. In fact, I did not see one. And I kind of regret not looking for one over the years, because this is a great figure. And I'm now glad to have one, actually two of these figures. And it's a really excellent figure, lots of detail, and we'll go over that in a little bit. But first, let's go ahead and take a look at the accessories that come with the Gothmog figure set. And first up, we have this spear here. And it's kind of cool. It's got lots of weathering detail. You can see some of the sculpting detail as well. You got the lower half here sculpted to look like wood. You can see some of the wood grain texture that's a part of the sculpt there. It's very cool. And then the upper part of the spear is a almost rusted colored metal. Of course this is plastic, but simulated to look like metal. And you can see all the weathering details on here. It's very, very cool. On there you can see a brownish coloration over here. It's very, very neat and very, very nice. Although it looks a little short for a spear. Maybe it's just because maybe it's a human spear. I don't know. But it's pretty cool. It's probably the one that they used in the movie, or Gothmog used in the movie, to stick Mablung in the gut. But pretty cool. And the next accessory is the sword that comes with Gothmog. And this one is pretty cool too. And it's very cool on the sculpt. You can see the blade here with the nicks in the blade, and of course the weathered painted detail on the sword there. Very cool. And then you have the hilt there. Looks very similar to the elven blades with the curvature here. It's probably a corrupted version of the elven blade. And very, very neat. You can see some more detail there. And very, very nice. And it's got another type of hook-like thing like this blade here on the tip of the spear. Very cool. And it's made of a bendable plastic, both the sword and the spear. So it is prone to warping, but for orcish weapons, warping is not too bad. So it just fits in with the character, because they don't care about the aesthetic. They really just care that it hacks and slashes and butchers their enemies. But very cool. And the figure can hold it fairly well, pretty adequate on there. You can see right there. Very neat. Now on to the Gothmog figure, and this is an excellent figure. Just the sculpt and detail on this guy is just outstanding. And I just wish I had looked for this figure back in the day. And but like I said, I'm glad to have one now, and it's very, very neat. And let's go ahead and get started and take a look at the head sculpt there, and it looks very much like the character in the movies. Now, Gothmog is in the books, in the Tolkien books. He does make an appearance in one paragraph in the entire trilogy. So he has Lurt's beat by one paragraph. But still, it's very cool that they used this character in movie form. And you could see the head sculpt on there. You could see the corrupted elven features there of his ears. Just very, very neat. And you could see all the the gruesome details up to his face on there. And you can see the teeth in there, painted in there. It's very cool. And you can see the tuft of hair at the top. What's left of his hair, you could say. Very, very neat. I just really love that sculpted in the detail and the texture on here. It's very, very nice. And moving down here, we have the armor, which is pretty neat. You got the Morgul armor there, and you got these plates for his torso there. Very neat. And also on the back of this figure, he's got some sort of animal skin there strapped to his back, and you can see some more detail. The belt strap going over his shoulder with this piece of armor here on the shoulder, on one shoulder there. Very, very neat. Multiple layers on there. It's very, very cool, and you can see all the painted details, rusted details. It's very neat. And his other shoulder here is exposed, and you can see his gruesome shoulder there with a leather strap going over it. It's pretty cool. And over here you can see he's got some sort of a cloth going on here, both for his shirt and arms, and also for his leggings underneath the armor. So it's just really cool to have all of these multiple layers sculpted into the figure. You can see a piece of armor here sticking out of his forearm there. It's very neat. And you got the forearm armor there, and with his hand here, his good hand, I guess you could say, because you have his bad hand here, which is very neat. And what I really like about this is this figure does have a lot of articulation, but they purposely left the articulation off the elbow on this particular arm here on his figure, and I think that's a really cool thing that they did to really to emulate the character from the movie, and how he always had his left arm at his side, because it was either crippled in battle, or maybe it was always like that. I'm not sure, because he was only in one paragraph in the novels. And continuing on to the detail, you could see the leg armor here on both sides. More weathered details on there. Paint is very good on here. You have his loin covering there, with looks like scale mail on there. And you have the cloth leggings underneath on there. And what's cool is that these pieces of armor have sculpted straps going around the leg, and you have these loose bits of the leather straps here on the legs for the pieces of armor. So it really adds a nice touch, almost a 3D quality type to the sculpt. Very cool. You can see some more of the detail. The cloth, the folds in the cloth for his leggings. It's pretty neat. Really well done on there. Some more detail on the shin armor and on his feet. Excellent sculpt, really great. And What's really cool is that they added a whole bunch of articulation to go with this sculpt. And to go over the articulation, the head does go all the way around and goes up and down very slightly, even though there is a hinge joint on his head, but it barely goes up and down. Basically, because of the neck armor, hinders it going down, and it just doesn't go up very well. But still pretty neat. The arms do go all the way around, despite the shoulder armor here, because that's made of a softer plastic, and this one goes around as well. The arm does go out and in, and this particular arm has a bicep swivel, and yeah, this one does as well. It just does not have the elbow articulation that this arm does. It has 2 points of articulation at the elbow, so that's pretty cool. The hands do go on. This one doesn't go all the way around, but this one does go all the way around. And the hand on this one is just on a hinge, so it does go up and down. And there is finger articulation, the index finger independent of the others on here, and they go in and out. And the thumb does go around on a swivel as well. There is no torso articulation. I think it's because they wanted to keep the sculpt of the torso there. But there is waist articulation, allows the figure to go all the way around at the waist. The legs are on a ball hinged joint, so they can go up, down, to the back, and out to the side, even with the leg armor here. You can see it bending as the leg goes outwards due to the soft sculpt of the leg armor. And the leg does go all the way around at the top of the thigh. There are double joints at the knees. And the feet only go up and down on a hinge joint at the ankle. It would have been nice to have a swivel, because the only swivel point in the entire leg is at the top of the thigh there. But still nice points of articulation for a heavily armored figure. And it's a great figure. I just wish I had this guy earlier, but I'm glad to have him now. And I highly recommend it if you're into the Lord of the Rings action figure line, or just any action figure line, because this is a great figure, well sculpted, well painted, and great posability. This is my casual peek into the Lord of the Rings, the Return of the King Trilogy, or Epic Trilogy Edition Gothmog, Morannon Orc Commander. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.